And time. We all have dreams. Even before we wake up in the morning to brew up our first cup of coffee, we dream. When I immigrated to the US at the age of 5, a lady would watch over me as my parents were in the process of migrating as well. And every morning she would brew up a cup of coffee and share some with me as I admired the amazing aroma. With hard work and dedication, my parents' dream was to come to the US and provide a better life for me. Now, one of my dreams is to create an impact in the coffee community by sharing with you this amazing journey that I experienced with Nelson Moreno's coffee. When I first learned about Nelson Moreno and his coffee, it made me realize that working hard towards an idea could bring out the best in someone's creation. Now, judges, I will begin by pulling the espresso shots for your signature drink so they can chill for the remaining of the presentation. And as you can see, I've placed menus in front of you because I would rather you enjoy this experience than to worry about writing tasting notes or information. That being said, please read along and enjoy. The Morenos cultivate pacas. Correction, Nelson Moreno resides in El Cedral, Santa Barbara region of Honduras. There are over 30 Morenos who work consistently together, such as grandparents, brothers, uncles, and cousins. Over the years, Nelson Moreno used the wash process method on his coffee, creating an amazing cup of coffee. But instead of staying in his comfort zone, he decided to try the anaerobic process method. Regarding the risk it could have on his coffee and his reputation, he took it upon himself to invest in this process method, and I was frankly stunned by the results. Now, you see, not only was his creation a clean cup of coffee, but balanced with richness, acidity, and a creamy texture. Once again, these are the espresso shots for your signature drink. I will now begin to pull the espresso shots for the milk course. That being said, please flip to the next page and follow along. The Morenos cultivate pacas and bourbon at an elevation of 1,600 meters above sea level. This brings that sweet, medium, bright acidity. They selectively handpick the best cherries in the pulp in a mechanical depulper. With such thought and care, this brings out the best quality in Nelson's coffee. The parchment is stuffed with mucilage and sits in blue tanks for up to 96 hours. The tanks are specifically designed to let air out, but not in. And that allows the coffee cherry to spread its rich components as well as its creamy texture. Now, judges, I steamed the milk to approximately 130 degrees. I'm using approximately 130 grams of milk. Please look for tasting notes of Tootsie Roll, caramel, and baked green apple with a creamy mouthfeel. Cheers. Cheers. And as you guys enjoy, I will begin the second round of the milk course. Continuing to where I left off, The fermentation is finished in tile tanks, giving it that sweet, rich, subtly lingering complexity. And Nelson monitors this with the touch of his hand. The parchment is then transferred to open race bats to try and sort, and then it's transferred to cover race bats to finish off drying. Once again, please look for tasting notes of Tootsie Roll, caramel, with a baked green apple and a creamy texture.
Show some love for those milk beverages, y'all. Come on.
And I'll begin the espresso course. That being said, please flip to the next page and hold off on tasting your espressos before I instruct you to do so. Thank you. I will be pulling 18.5 grams in. At approximately, and correction, I will be putting 18.5 grams in and 38 grams out at approximately 21 seconds. The body will be medium and the acidity will be medium plus, like that of a grapefruit. And the finish will be sparkling with a clean finish. When you do get to enjoy your espresso tasters, please look for tasting notes of caramel, grapefruit, tang, and hibiscus, with a clean, sparkling finish. Cheers. 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 All right. Thank you.
Put your hands together for those espressos, y'all.
All right. For the signature drink, I will be using 4 shots of Nelson Marinos espresso that I left chilling in the beginning of the presentation. And for this, I would please like for you to flip to the next page so you guys can follow along as well. I will be adding 50 grams of a Michigan grapefruit. This is just to enhance the acidity of Nelson Moreno's espresso. Next, I will be adding 8 grams of local Michigan lemon honey. And this is just to enhance the sweetness as well. For the acidity, you will see that it will transform now into a more lemonade with hibiscus iced tea. And for the sweetness, this will now transform more into lemon candy. Now today I decided to go with the cold signature drink because I personally love cold tropical flavors, and I feel like this is the best way to represent Nelson Moreno's espresso. Now begin to divide the signature drink between these 4 vessels in front of us. And please, you'll also notice that the espresso will now transform more into Dove milk chocolate because of the nitrogen. Next, I began to add this bitter foam that I made backstage ahead of time. It consists of sunflower lecithin, 1:1 ratio of citrus bitters and water. And you will notice when you dive into the signature drink that it will have floral aromatics, so as well as citrus lingering on the tongue. Cheers. Once again, please look for tasting notes of lemonade with hibiscus iced tea, candied lemon, floral aromatics from the bitter foam, and overall texture of the mouthfeel will be silky. Time.
Give it up, Uriel Hernandez, Madcap Coffee.
Yeah. Cool.
Come on over here. How do you feel?
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Happy with it?
Yeah. It was really cool. Yeah. I loved it. Yeah.
Did you compete in Baltimore? Or
Yeah, it was
Baltimore?
like it's like my first time doing this, but it's really cool, honestly. Yeah.
Did you change much from Baltimore to now? You had a little bit
Some
of
respects,
extra time.
yeah.
What did you change mostly?
Just like visualizing it and just kind of like going with like my heart,
Yeah.
most importantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just trying it and like learning from it, most importantly. Yeah.
So first time competitor.
Mhm.
What were some of the challenges along the way?
Definitely learning and just kind of taking it all in, I feel like a lot of people are afraid to do like different things like this, and I feel like it's really cool to kind of like just try something new and get out there and learn as much as you can, because what's the point of living, right, if you don't
Right.
do that?
How'd you
Yeah.
make that foam? That looked
Sunflower lecithin and then like bitters on it, and then like just like use like a immersion blender with
okay.
water.
Right on.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Oh, actually, you know what? You have a question, right? What do you have?
Do you have any shout outs?
What's your name?
Emerson.
Shout out to Emerson. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Anybody else you got a Madcap
definitely.
team here?
Most importantly, shout out to Nelson Moreno. His hard work, his dedication. He does it all for his family and his kids. And like, I just feel like as a father figure, like somebody who's a father, that takes a lot of like, work and pride. And honestly, like being from Latin America, I totally understand that. And so shout out to Nelson Moreno. Aside of that, the Madcap group, Trevor Corlett, my coach Josiah, who also put in a lot of hours with me, and everybody from Madcap. They just really like helped me and learn to become a better barista. So
Awesome.
big shout out to them. Yeah.
Put your hands together, y'all. Uriel Hernandez, Madcap Coffee.